here in Waterville today, and Waterville is a Trimmingham home owned by many generations of the Trimmingham family, and it was actually acquired by the National Trust in 1962. These are our offices, our headquarters. We maintain the dining room, the living room, and the front entrance as it was as a home, and then hidden behind the walls we carefully place our offices and operate the National Trust. It has a mandate of preserving and protecting our unique built and natural heritage forever. Built and natural heritage represents a huge collection of Bermuda vernacular. Mostly when they think of the Bermuda National Trust, people think of historic buildings, museums, and open spaces. But we also have an incredible collection of archival material, early Bermuda records, paintings, artifacts, furniture, silver, porcelain. It's truly amazing what this organization holds for the people of Bermuda and our visitors.
Welcome to the old Rectory. This is one of the many properties that the National Trust owns, which is actually rented out as a private home. So for you to be visiting it today, you're coming inside, and that's a very, very special privilege.
Welcome to my home. I'm really proud to be here, thanks to the Bermuda National Trust, who has allowed me the privilege to live in one of the oldest residential homes in Bermuda. It's known as the Old Rectory. It was built in the late 1600s, yet in St. George we have so many buildings that are historic, and each one is just exquisite in its nature and everything it offers. In the master bedroom, that is all old cedar planking, and it is a vaulted ceiling. I don't think there's any other home in Bermuda that offers this, and I'm sure it probably came off of one of the old Bermuda vessels of many years ago.
It is an incredible cultural mix on the island with influence from many different parts of the world. Our early settlers, and still today, we're ocean-going people who like to travel across seas. So really, when we establish what is truly Bermudian, you can tell what is Bermudian many times by the resources used. In particular, Bermuda cedar was used for shipbuilding. You'll see it throughout the historic homes in Bermuda. So we really identify what is truly Bermudian by the resource that it was made from, or from descriptions of the hands or friends of people who made them.
Welcome to Verdmont. This house has virtually remained the same since it was built in the 1700s. This is the parlor here at Verdmont. This is where the family would have spent a lot of their time. There's a piano to my right here, playing and listening to music played by a family member. Then on my left is a portrait by John Green, one of the owners of the house, of his father, Thomas Smith, who was the owner of the house before him. The kitchen, where the food would have been prepared, is actually detached from the house. The kitchen was detached for several reasons. The primary was for a fire hazard, but it also helped to keep various kitchen smells away from the main house, and there was a separation between owners of the house and the help, or the slaves. This is some of the porcelain here at Verdmont. The porcelain would have primarily been coming from England via trade, and the porcelain would have come to Bermuda quite early in the Chinese porcelain trade. This room would have most likely been for the lady of the house. As the upstairs parlor, it was a bit more intimate. It was further into the house, and the further one got into the house, the more familiar you would have been with the family. The upstairs parlor is a good example of the wallpaper which would have been downstairs in the downstairs parlor. This is the bedchamber, and there's a number of cedar objects which are located in the room. Historically in Bermuda we did have quite a severe mosquito problem, and there was a lot of yellow fever, and there was a lot of deaths from the yellow fever. A four-poster would have allowed for a mosquito net to be put over and protect the inhabitants while they slept. Then this cedar chest here, and if you'll notice, these dovetails, it's said that every Bermudian carpenter in the past had their own set of dovetails, so you're actually able to tell who the carpenter was by looking at the dovetails on a particular cedar object. This is the latest addition to the house, and it's an exhibit space which tells of the history of the people that lived and worked here, and the house and the property itself. This area is used to teach local children of how the people in the past lived in Bermuda. However, everyone, visitor and resident alike, is encouraged and welcome to come here and learn how the people of Bermuda lived in the past.
If you're looking for sunshine and beaches and that tropical island feel, then you definitely want to come in the spring, if you can handle the heat in the late summer, and certainly right through to December. Bermuda is absolutely beautiful. I do think that Bermuda offers a very unique island experience. We are not in the Caribbean. We have many links to Caribbean islands, but we're not your typical Caribbean island. We are influenced by British history, by North American history, and we have a very, very strong, unique architecture. So to come here and see the beautiful pastel buildings and the white roofs, the beautiful beaches, yes, you get a tropical feel, but you also get a feeling of walking into another era. It's a very, very different place to visit, a very special place.